Hi guys, I'm Julian from When I Wake, and today I'm really excited because I'm building my pedal board. I just bought the large pedal board from MONO, and I also bought the travel case for it. And the reason for this is because we are going to move all of our stuff from Bali to Ireland here shortly, and I need to have a safe way to transport it. But I also just wanted to have a great platform for my pedals that I can use while I'm gigging, but also in the studio while I'm recording. So this video is going to document that process. Let's get into it. So as you can see, the pedal board is made of brushed aluminum, all one piece, and it's got some nice curves in it. These curves here on the side will help you to lift the board, which is especially useful since it'll be super heavy if you fill it up with pedals. You have these nice rubber feet. They have about 1 centimeter of clearance, so it's pretty low to the ground, which you usually want for stomp pedals and things. You want them to be close to the ground. It also has loads of orifices, as you can see, and those are all strategically placed according to standard pedal sizes, so that your leads and your power extensions are kind of conveniently placed. Overall, the construction is really high quality, and the board itself is super light. It is 2.55 kilograms, or about 5.6 pounds. So yeah, overall really impressed. Now we'll have a look at the Pro Accessory Case 2.0. It comes in black, and it's got a nice little plain sticker here, or plain patch. This main handle here is quite thick and padded. This shoulder strap here is a bit thin. I think could be better if it was a little bit thicker, in my opinion. Some details there. The zippers are pretty chunky and they feel pretty heavy. And these straps also feel very well built, very strong. Zippers are nice and smooth. And then you have this little pocket here on the top. It's kind of a plasticky material with a little compartment there. Not sure what I would want to put in there, because all of the weight of what's inside the board could fall on that. There is the inside of the case. As you can see, you have this nice kind of soft plush material. And that has a lot of padding. And here we can see how the board would fit into the case. Nice snug fit. The padding on these is very thick. I would say about 1.5 inches, definitely a couple centimeters. So before making anything permanent, I just wanted to lay out all of my pedals to make sure they would fit on the board, and also to make sure that I had my signal flow the way I want and that there wasn't any noise in the system. And as you can see, I have my little plan there on the left on the iPad, just to make sure everything would fit. And I ended up just using one isolated power supply in this, because my second one for some reason was just really noisy, so I just didn't end up using it. But as you can see, I got everything working here at the end, and it sounds really good, so we're ready for the next step. Alright, so I'm going to get some things together that I need to get started. I need Velcro, I need zip ties, the surge protector, tape, and marker. Alright, so I've got the power supplies in what I think could be a good place under the board. I'm not sure. We'll see. I'm just going to stick Velcro on the bottom of them and stick them on. Just a little note here, guys, make sure to use the Velcro that comes with the pedal board. I was using this Velcro that I bought here in Indonesia. It says 3M on the back, but it is definitely not, and the Velcro separated from the sticky backing, and that was such a pain in the butt to try to remove later and redo. Alright, so just some close-ups of how the power strips are looking on the back. Tried to make them tidy for now, but I'm not making anything super permanent since there's a good chance that things will move around always. But there you go. Put the button here near the edge so that that's easy to reach. So this is how the board looks at the moment. You have those 3 leads coming out near where hopefully they're supposed to be, so that I can test those pedals out. Alright, so now I'm going to start cutting some Velcro for the pedals themselves, and I'm bringing over the RC300 to make sure that I leave enough room for it. So my plan here was to just do a final check that everything was going to fit, and also to make sure that my patch cables had enough room around each other. And then what I would do is remove one pedal at a time, put the Velcro on it, and place it. Just to note, they do have these kits by Boss and a couple other brands that you can make patch cables custom size without having to do any soldering. I haven't tried them, and it sounds really convenient, so you might want to look into those. Okay, so I've got everything on the board where I want it to be. There's maybe barely enough space for the DL4 and the Wah pedal there, but yeah, now I'm going to start putting Velcro on the bottom. Just a small note about the Velcro, guys. For these larger pedals, you don't need to cover every square inch of the bottom of the pedal. I've left access for like batteries and stuff. This Velcro is pretty dang strong, so you don't need to go overboard with it. So I Velcroed all the pedals to the board, and I'm ready to move on to the next step, which is connecting the power to make sure that they're all still working. Alright, I am going to carefully flip this. This Vox pedal is still not connected. The other ones should stay. That's a good sign. A few of these are maybe easier. Obvious, this one. I've got all of the pedals plugged into power, and we're just going to do a quick test to make sure it still sounds good, it's not noisy. Uh-oh, got a problem with this pedal, it's not coming on. So we had a problem with the plug for the DL6 not making good contact in the socket. It's quite loose, and so it's popping out every time, but I'm going to have to address that. But for now, everything's coming on, all the pedals are coming on. So everything's plugged in and lighting up. Not much noise at all, which is great. And I recorded a little loop so we could hear how it's sounding. There's a vibrato chorus. Vibrato. Blues Driver. on, off. Boost off. Boost on, reverb on. Hey guys, so it's the next day. I got the RC300 all fixed up, changed the pots on it, and now I'm ready to put it back in. So I am going to put Velcro on the back and then check that it works and put it on the board. Okay, now I'm just putting the last strip of Velcro on. I'm going to cut this piece so that it doesn't have a bunch of junk sticking to it. Something that's nice about the Velcro they provide is that it fits perfectly between the orifices on the pedal, so there's no overhang and it just looks great. I had to remove some rubber feet from the RC300 before putting the Velcro on. The next thing I want to do is tidy up the board and tidy up the electrical connections on the bottom side. So yeah, let's do that. Previously I had used a poor quality Velcro, so here I am removing some of the old glue and putting on the Velcro that came with the kit. Also, I'm using zip ties here. Those are pretty much permanent. They're quite difficult to remove. And then I'm also securing that plug that was loose for the DL4 now. Alright, all the pedals are in the case, and I just wanted to see how it felt. It feels quite sturdy. This strap isn't exactly the most ergonomic. It's very thin here, but you can use it. And it's got these handles on the side, which are quite useful. I'll just open it up for you guys so you can see how it's looking. And there you have it.
We can get worse, we can get better, or we can get worse.
The Vox Wah pedal is a little bit high. That's the highest thing. So it's touching the top of the case, but it's got good thick padding. This is at least a couple centimeters thick. Feels quite safe. I would definitely put some padding on top of this stuff just to kind of have it nice and firm in here. But yeah, I feel quite confident about traveling with this mono case. The quality seems really good. So I've got some closing thoughts for you guys. When I first set out to build this pedalboard, I wanted something that I could use to gig and also as more of a permanent fixture in the studio. Now, to be honest, I don't do loads of gigging, so it's mostly just to have my pedals organized and be able to have a great tone that I can record, but also be able to reamp the clean signal if I wanted to use different amps, digital amps later. So on that front, this pedalboard is great. It's going to be awesome in the studio. It's going to sit pretty much under my feet so that whenever I'm playing or recording something, I can just, you know, get all the tones that I want. In terms of portability, I think the board is as portable as you can get for the size, but it is big and it's heavy. This board, with all of my pedals that you saw there, is coming in around 18.5 kilograms. So it's not light. Not something necessarily that I would see myself taking to, say, a small pub or something for, you know, that kind of gig. Now, another thing that could be a problem is the clearance of the pedalboard legs and the piano legs, because whenever I'm playing my piano, I'm usually sitting down in the studio, for instance, and the pedalboard isn't going to really be able to sit right under the piano because of the clearance of the pedalboard legs versus the legs of the piano. if I were to be playing live and standing, then I could be able to put the pedal board off to the side, but that's just something to think about. Overall, really happy with the quality of the board and the quality of the case. So on that front, I don't think you can get any better than this mono pedal board and case. The only small improvement I would say is the strap for the armrest. That should be thicker. I mean, there's no way you're going to load up a board with that many pedals in for it to be light, so I would like to have maybe a little bit more of a thicker shoulder strap there with more padding. But overall, guys, really happy with the board. Thanks for watching the video. Subscribe and like, comment, guys. Let me know if you would buy this board or if you think it's ridiculous, and I'll see you in the next video.